What's going on, Legion? Azrael here, like always, and we got some more 21 Pie stuff from Abby, I believe. I always say her name wrong. Whenever I have to start recording something, I never get anybody's name right. It could be anywhere from a viewer to some kind of mammoth reference. I don't know. But today it's going to be, I think, one of those different reactions because I just woke up and I'm in one of those moods that if I don't like it, I'm probably going to absolutely just destroy whatever it is I'm reacting to. And I got this, Spider-Man, Game of Thrones, and all this other stuff that I'm going to be reacting to this week. We're finally back to the stage where everything is back to running pretty well, so I don't have to just upload one video a day and be lazy. I can finally start uploading multiple videos again, which is really awesome. Today being 21 Pilots. Message Man. It is going to be also another one of those unique search situations where I didn't find a music video for the song. I did find some live stuff, but I don't really want to do live originally. If this is a song that maybe sparks something, I may check out the live version later. Doubtful, unless there's something specifically unique for the song that makes you want to check it out live. Maybe if you guys let me know in the comments down below. If there's some kind of crazy live performance where they did some really awesome stuff during the song, let me know. With that, let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good, man. This is, Message Man. So, yeah, let's just hope it's good because I'm like, you wake up and you're just like, I don't give an F about anything. I'm kind of right there at that point. I'm literally just waking up here, so let's just hope it's good. Message Man, 21 Pilots lyrics. We'll also discuss some of the lyrics later, or go over them at least. I'm already liking the beat so far.
Please use discretion when you're messing with the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand.
It definitely has the kind of tone and the speed I like from what they do. Usually they do some other stuff that I'm just like, oh, that's so different. There's like what I know them to do, and then there's the unique thing.
Please use discretion when you're messing with the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand.
It's actually pretty good. I'm actually surprised.
My people singing. My people singing. Hope you're dead, cause how could you sleep at a time like this? People, they rhyme like this, we're all impressed by this. They rip it, flip it, but these are just triplets. Wrote this in 3 minutes, 3 words to a line. It's just poetry divided. I'm the kind of guy who takes every moment he knows he can fight it. In music to use it, for others to use it. You're dead, cause how could you sleep at a time like this? Life is up here, but you comment below. And the comments will always become common motivation to promote your show's next episode.
Jesus.
Your brain knows to keep going even though it's far from this moment. But you and I know it gets better when morning finally rears its head. Together we're losers, remember the future. Remember the morning is when that is dead. Release me from the present, I'm obsessed.
Well, that was all a bunch of awesome.
Please use discretion when you're messing with the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand. Please use discretion.
I like that.
With the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand. My people singing. people singing.
All
My
right.
people singing.
Yeah, man, check out this guy's YouTube channel. He's the one that made the lyrics to the song. He's the one that captured. He pretty much captured this so that we could read along. So you saw what it was, TV videos, I believe. So maybe give that guy a thanks so that we can all listen and read along, which is kind of cool. Wow, I was actually pretty damn surprised that I can't remember what song it was. It was one that we listened to, I think, recently, where it had. I think someone was mentioning that it may have been on the. The reason why I think we watched it is because of the mute math, and I think it was because it had like a Jamaican theme to it, kinda, and I can't remember which one it was. Of course, it's not Stressed Out. God, it's the. I don't think it was The Terror of My Heart. Is that what the song's name? The one where he's like in Chinatown with his wife in the music video. She's beating him up. Is that Terror? It's a terror in my heart. Yeah, yeah. It might have been the one before that had like a Jamaican style to it, or something. I believe it was them. And this very much reminded me of that song, with a similar, like kind of like a beat, but it was just so different. Like some of the lyrics that kind of stood out to me was the loser hides behind a mask of my disguise. So like at first when I read that, I for some reason, because being dyslexic, at first I said design is what I first thought it said, until I actually paid attention to what I was reading. And of my disguise, it's like I'm sure that has its own meaning to it, but for me, when you hear that, it sounds like the fans hiding behind him and in his music when they're having issues. They hide behind a mask of, and well, you've seen a lot of things. You see a lot of people do that kind of stuff with the music that helps them. Whether when I was a lot younger, a lot of people did the same thing for Marilyn Manson growing up. They, put on all that freaking makeup or black clothes or whatever, which is, I always wear dark clothes, but that's because I'm lumpy, kind of fluffy, not an angsty teenager. But yeah, we got and then and God, Jesus, it's gonna be such a pain to read just waking up. And who I am today is worse than other times. You don't know what I've done. I wanted, and see, sometimes when you try to read someone's like rhyme or poetry, Jesus, it just throws you through a loop sometimes, don't it? You don't know what I've done. I wanted, and I'm wanted, Jesus, and on the run. See, okay, yeah. I wanted and on the run, says it twice. So I'm thinking this moment, I'm taking this moment to live in the future. I mean, any way you go about it, when you get to this kind of music, you talk about these kind of things in life. What is it called? Suicide Session? Is that what it, yeah, Suicide Session. Whenever you talk about or have a lyric about living in the future, I always think that's a good sign, right? To be able to think about what's going to happen in the future, I think is a good, indication that maybe you're okay, at least for right now. But that's just taking that lyric by itself. I wanted it on the run. I wanted it on the run, so I'm taking this time to live in the future. That also could be denial, honestly. I remember when I didn't have anywhere to really live, and I was living, and I had to live with family or whatever, in a trailer that they were living in. And eventually this trip, because of the stupid decisions that people made trying to steal electricity from the state, there was no electricity at that place where I was staying. And I was still in high school trying to get through it. And with no electricity, there's no running water. because there's no water pipe. It was out in the middle of nowhere, and um, I remember listening to a little, like I think I said this before, a dollar store click radio, and I was always thinking about what the future would be. Besides of what I wish I could be doing right then and there, I was always thinking about what I could, what's life going to be like after all of this crap goes down. After all my unfortunate events and not being so lucky, or everybody not really having a job at the time, or me not having a job because I'm trying to get through school and you move around a lot. Living in the future, man, it could maybe just help you get away from the problems that you're feeling or you're into right now. So that's a different way of looking at it. And I've said this before, no matter what the artist says, what they intended the music to be doesn't really matter. It's how you interpret it. I think that Tyler is definitely one of those people that understands that the most. That sometimes comes out with music and says, hey, there's not really a point. I just made some music that was influenced by how I dealt with some stuff. And maybe this will help you guys deal with some stuff. And and I definitely think that's, in this situation, I can have something in my life that is reflected in some of these lyrics, and for me, that's my interpretation of it. And normally, when I do these things, and I don't have anything that really resonates with me in lyrics, this is just my spitball ideas. This is how I interpret things. For me, living in the future and stuff like that, that is my reality. That is my fact. That's what that means, because that's how I've lived life. And how you live and how you act is all the reality you need. It's just who you are. And how everybody else, because I've had some conversations with people in the comments, specifically 21 Pilot videos, where I had some pretty straightforward things to say about taking your own life and stuff like that. And some people just didn't agree with it. And that's their reality. Their reality is different. Doesn't make it right or wrong. But facts are facts and stuff like that, no matter what a reality. It's just, I don't know, we're getting all like metaphysical. It doesn't really matter. I'm obsessing. Okay, let's actually start from the beginning. Release me from the present. I'm obsessing. All these questions, why am I in denial? I kind of was, whatever. That they tried this suicide session. Please use discretion when you're messing with the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand. I really like that. Messing with the message man, we got that, like I said, I just woke, it's not that great to read right now. That whole like chunk, release me from the present, I'm obsessing. All these questions, why am I in denial? That they tried this suicide session, please use discretion when you're messing with the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand. There's like a few different chunks in there that I think you take like the first half, and then you take the middle half, and then you take the last half, and you can combine a chunk of each of that, just that lyric. You can take the beginning, middle, and end of the part I just read, and you can combine each follow-up lyric and the predecessor of the lyric. So you get the middle part of that lyric, which is suicide session. That can mean something completely on its own, but when you take in the fact that the stuff before it is denial and the stuff after it is the message man, I think that you can get a whole different kind of. It's almost like one of those like a Chinese puzzle, it says one thing, like Pirates of the Caribbean, it says one thing, and then you turn the thing, and different things pop up meaning different words. I think that individually, each chunk of those lyrics means something, but when you include the stuff that came before it or the stuff that came after it, you can get a whole different interpretation of these lyrics. For me, the message man by itself makes me think of people in the media or people that try to mess with his music and his message and alter it for money or popularity, whatever it is. He's saying use discretion. Why do I keep saying discretion? Discretion, Jesus. when you're messing with the message man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand. That part of me makes me think that, this music isn't for the masses. It's not for the collective. It's not for mainstream. It's not for everyone out there to love and just to praise and just to get all gushy over it and, oh my God, 21 Pilot. No, it's meant for people that may have, that may need to hear this kind of music, or that are the people that are just drawn to it. It's very different. Then we got a bunch of no's and yeahs, and that's just a bunch of no's and yeahs. There's really nothing to try to make of that except for maybe I was gonna make a really bad rape joke and bipolar, but I'm not gonna. Just saying it's enough. You don't know my brain the way you know my name. Okay. For people that maybe get too familiar. Like sometimes people when they kind of meet you, they kind of get way too familiar. But knowing someone's name, because I've had that. Instantly, that's what I thought about. People that you meet and then they go, "Oh, your name is, hi, I'm Billy," and then they automatically just kind of understand. They think they understand you, or they understand the group of friends you're with. But the way you think, I think part of me also thinks that's like shallow people that don't know you but think they do because they've met you. That's just my first thought about it, because I've had people like that. You don't know my heart the way you know my face. Again, it kind of just points to what I just said. You don't know what I've done. Anybody could be a serial killer. That's kind of where that comes from. I wanted and on the run. I wanted on the run. Oh God, let's get to the rest of these lyrics. Thank you, webpage, for not including all the lyrics. Let's just click on your thing so we scroll down, please. Jesus, what the hell? Wow, okay. I don't even know where I left off. Oh, I think we might be up here. You don't know? Okay, yeah, right here, Jesus. So glad the last thing didn't show me all the lyrics. Wanted I'm on the run, so I'm taking this moment to live in the future, so that's where we left off. Yeah, man, when you say when you don't know me, but you know my name, you don't know, my heart, which is, where your intentions could lie, but you know my face, you know what I've done, and then you follow that up with I wanted and on the run. Like, what do you expect? What are you thinking that means? The guy isn't just some, cereal ice cream man. It's something that's not painting a great picture. Release me from the present. I'm obsessing. All these questions. Why am I in denial? We're going over the same lyrics again. That they tried the suicide session. Please use discretion when you're messing with the message man. So we got some repeat in there. My people singing. So this is when it's all starts to change. Man, I thought this video was gonna be a lot shorter. Little I know these lyrics go on for eons. Hope you're Jesus. I hope you're dead. Because how could you sleep at a time like this? Oh, well, that was a little different. At first, I was just like, I hope you're dead. No, but it's like, kind of fuck off. I can sleep through anything. Just, I hope you're dead. Because how could you sleep in a time like this? Just because you're too anxious, man, and you have to stay up for all that crap doesn't mean I do. I can sleep through anything. Not really. People, they rhyme like this. We're all impressed by this. They rip it. Flip it, but these are just triplets. Wrote this in 3 minutes, 3 words to a line. It's just poetry divided. I'm the kind of guy who takes every moment he knows he can fight it, and music to use it. But for others to use it, you're dead, because how could you sleep in a time like this? I don't have anything to say about what that whole chunk is. Part of me thinks it's random rap, a filler. I think he did it well. I really liked how he did it. The rap parting of all of this, the song was really great. I we're all impressed by this. They rip it, flip it. These are just triplets. I wrote this in 3 minutes. I honestly feel like that's nothing but a filler line. If there's any kind of meaning to it, I'm just not seeing it. I think it was just creativity and just doing something fun in a song that, has some other meaning to it. Life is up here, but you comment below. When the comments will always become comment motivations. To promote you, choose next episode. To promote you, choose next episode. It's just weird to read. So your brain knows to keep going even though hope is far from this moment. But you would not know it gets better when morning finally rears its head. Together, we'll lose this. Remember the future. Remember that morning is when night is dead. Yes. When the morning comes, night is dead. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with that lyric because the night can never be dead because the night comes again the next day. Speaking realistically, of course, if you're talking about what, maybe the horrors that you've endured, that night. Not because not every night's the same. So when you got life is up here, but you comment below. I think any YouTuber will have a personal connection to that comment. When the comments will always become comment motivations. I think any YouTuber, like I said, can really. Comments are motivation for anybody that does that kind of stuff. Now, if you're talking about something maybe negative, Facebook, whatever, and someone's posted bad stuff about you underneath a picture, it's maybe different. To promote you, choose next episode. So your brain knows to keep going even though hope is far from this moment. But you would not know it gets better when morning finally rears its head. I'm frankly losing a blank. It's just I think that if there's a specific if there's a specific meaning in there that was announced, I don't see it. If this means anything to me, not something too important, I guess, for me at least. Oh God. Release me from the present. I'm obsessing with the question, why am I in denial? Blah, blah, blah. Suicide session. Please use discretion. Yeah. And that's just kind of the end of it. Promote you, choose the next episode. Like the next chapter in your life, maybe? Your brain knows to keep going even though hope is far from. It's keep going, persevere, never give up. Don't let the depression win. Don't let the darkness beat you. I guess is kind of how I take that. But yeah, so it's kind of a long video. Like the last time I said I wasn't going to do a long video, I ended up doing that 30-minute video, and everybody laughed at me. Thought that was really funny. It wasn't funny. I didn't mean it to be that long. We're at 23 minutes though. Yeah, man, this is just, I don't know, being somebody that just woke up and trying to do all this diagnose stuff is just a little, it's almost over your head because it's just, you're not really thinking clearly. But one of my favorite things about doing reactions when you just wake up is your mind isn't in BS mode. I always do videos how I like to do my reactions. Nothing's really gussied up. But sometimes it's you don't go into something as hard because you're oh, but people really like this and I don't want to make them feel bad just because I hated the song or you like it or whatever. And so when you just wake up, you're almost in this very neutral state, which always makes doing reactions, I think, for me, more fun. I'm less tired, first of all. But yeah, it was a good song. So my personal feelings towards the song was I liked it. I enjoyed listening to it. It was really fun. The tone about it wasn't. There's like a type of 21 Pilot music that they do where it's like, okay, here's this kind of like their, not their general style, but a style that they kind of circle around. They do a lot of stuff, whether, it's like Stressed Out, Heathens, this song. It all kind of has not maybe necessarily a similar tone to it, but I think that these are like written with a specific mood, or maybe a lack of a darkness that he may be feeling at a particular day. But there's like, Heathen, Stressed Out, this, Lame Boy. It's all very, I don't want to say like professional, but like, I think there's a lot of other stuff. A lot of the stuff that maybe I don't like from 21 Pilots is the stuff with a deep meaning to it and his deep creativity that goes into it. Because it's just so different. It's not all the same. It's like when you have someone that does like a graphic novel, and in between each novel, he does like a little short, comic. Not a novel, but like a little comic that kind of either does a recap, maybe shows you the stuff that's going on in a different perspective. And instead of being this crazy novel type of quality and storytelling, it's this very bizarre, abstract thing, right? So I guess that's a good way to put it. One of them is, I don't want to say mainstream, but Heathens, for a movie, Lame Boy, which had a huge like production to it. Stressed Out had a production. There is like not a like mainstream like sellout, but there was definitely like a vision behind that to, like propelling their music to everyone to hear. I think there's the general music that they've made, like I said, the three I keep naming, that are playable on the radio, that are meant for everyone to like and everyone to enjoy. And I think there's just a whole, and then there's like the abstract art stuff that they do, which is the very niche thing, whether it be car radio or something along or this song, well, not this song, but the stuff that I personally don't like, I think are more like his what do you call it? The art piece that he does, or the stuff with a specific message and a very unique way of telling it. Yeah, I think there's one, like, I don't want to say like for the mainstream stuff, I don't want to say it's like dumbed down lyrics, because like Heathens was like, I thought that was a pretty damn good song lyrically, and but it was for like a movie. He kind of had a direction and a purpose and a whole bunch of resources on how he was going to write the song and why he was writing it for what. And then there's the stuff where he talks about, some crazy, crazy stuff, and it comes out in a very weird way with a weird music video. So, I don't know. With that, I'm going to get out of here real quick because I don't want this going on in 30 minutes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Like the video, like the content, you can always like, subscribe, and share. Remember, it's completely up to you. I do appreciate it, though. It does help me out in some way or another. If you want to leave a comment down below, I'd love to see them in the comments. We can discuss anything I've done on this channel, on this video specifically. Yeah, man, overall, definitely one of those songs that I'll throw into like the mix, and when I'm streaming, I'll definitely have, that music playing in the background when I play like Rocket League or something. I don't know. It's just a song that I think it'll definitely help me focus, I think, a lot more. Once again, my name is Azrael. I'll see you on whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys. What else was I going to say? Oh, I think the other thing I was going to say is, yeah, other reactions coming up. Like I said, Game of Thrones, Spider-Man, Mummy. It's a weird show that looks like Heroes called Gifted. I'll be checking all that stuff out coming up this week, and hopefully we'll be getting back to 2 episodes a day instead of just 1. Let me know, for the people that maybe, for the handful of people in this comment section that watch other reactions, or do you guys like the reactions once a day, or do you want just 1 video a day? If it's 1 video a day, it's going to be less 21 Pilots, I think. But I'm cutting it pretty damn close. It's 55 seconds, 56, 57 to 30 minutes. And